Hello, I would just like to demonstrate a quick demonstration of the linked list task that we had. So what I would like to do is first execute the program and then just quickly run through what the output of it means. So we have this linked list, and we can see right at the beginning that we're adding a few numbers. This is done here in the code where we add to end of this list the value 10, 20 and 30. We can see that. We then had the task to add more, add to the start of that list, which we did here. So you can see, so the first element is we added 40 to the beginning of the list, and then 50 and then 60. We now have 60, 50, 40, 10, 20, 30 as a list, as the list or the elements in that list. With the reverse print all, we just did exactly that. We did a write and print all of these values in the reverse order, which we can see this worked fine. Now with the insert after, it was an insertion within the list itself. So right at the beginning we put in something right at the end. So we added 35. We can see this right here. So we first find the element 30 and then insert after that found element the value of 35, and we can see that right here. We did this a second time with the value of 40, where we find the value of 40 here, and then added 45. So we have one right at the end, and we have one right in the middle of the list. We then had to say, okay, let's do a reverse print of all of these, which we can see here, which is clearly a reverse of that list up there. The definition was that we had to be with a visitor, and the visitor is a very nice way of being able to put in function names and then let those functions execute within that within the function. So here we go, we have a function. So this is what the visitor is the name of the function that it needs to execute and the value. So in our case, when we look down here, reverse print with all, it is my list, and if we go back up, the visitor function is exactly that. So there we go, and then this is the value that you want to run. Reverse for each, which is obviously down here. So list and then print node. So the function is print node, and the value that we want to print node is current. This is a really very useful, nice little feature to have. At the end, we then also had to output the length of the list, which is 8. So when we have a look at that, the length is right line length my list. Let's have a quick look. Length my list, and this is also on a visitor basis to be able to do that. And that's already it. Thank you very much for listening.